So you're thinking of moving to Pueblo, Colorado. Well, today in this video, we're going to give you an extra resource. We've got a great local resource here who is super involved. We're more on the real estate side, and this person has been just keeping up with every single proposed project, rumored project, and it really does give you a feel for what's coming to Pueblo. What's the growth look like? What can we expect? Are we going to get more gas stations? Are we going to get fun things to do? Are we going to get attractions? Are we going to get chain restaurants or chain coffee shops or whatever? He's on top of it. So we're going to look at his page today. We're actually going to jump inside the computer. We're going to pull up his Facebook and we're going to look at all the proposed projects and also tell you where these things are located. We're going to show you the map. So this is kind of like a dual, we're going to look at the map, but not just to give you a sense of where everything is located in Pueblo, but we're actually going to look at where these projects are proposed to be built or constructed. So we're going to check that out today. And if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know all there is to know about living in Pueblo, be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all the latest market trends. I'm Krista and I have lived in Colorado since I was a little girl. So I'm a native of Colorado. I grew up in Pueblo when I was younger. I didn't move away till my 20s and then came back and I got to see all the growth that we've had, all the changes that are taking place. So you're in good hands when it comes to having a resource and someone that you can go to when you want to find out the scoop on Pueblo. So whether you're moving in 10 days from now, maybe it's a year from now, it doesn't matter. You can always reach out, grab our contact information from the description box below. We'd be happy to chat with you anytime. And in the meantime, maybe we'll see you around Pueblo.
All right, you guys, we are inside the computer here. We are going to show you a little bit different of a map tour today. We're going to show you here, it's just the map of Pueblo. We were a little zoomed in there to kind of look at the different sides of town, but this is the map of Pueblo. This is kind of, it's like one snapshot. You just kind of, it's like a little area that you get the whole snapshot of Pueblo. Obviously Pueblo West is off to the side a little bit, as is the county, but for the most part, and we've covered this before, this whole area right here is Pueblo. So it's going to be relatively easy to show you where these projects are. Now, I'm showcasing a gentleman by the name of Jay Bernard. He is fantastic at keeping us updated of projects coming, projects rumored. We get a little excited here in Pueblo about rumored projects because we love the growth. We love to see new things coming in, things to do, and seeing some change is cool because we've actually always been such a local community with local businesses, local restaurants, small business owners, and supporting local. Occasionally, the little sprinkle of, a chain is exciting for us. And so Dutch Brothers, for example, has been huge. The line's always really long. So he was tracking that project as well. He has done a really good job. He will post usually several times a day, project updates, everything from road changes to restaurants coming to town to new buildings, kind of revamping their structure or whatever. He's a great wealth of information and he will tell you this is a project. It's not confirmed, but this is what's said to be happening. So we do get a little excited here. We tend to have kind of a rumor mill sometimes, but he's very good and transparent about saying, hey, this is not confirmed, but this is on the horizon. And I think he's a great resource if you're looking to move to this area, you don't live here, or even if you do live here and you didn't know about him, he's been very, very helpful. So I was just going through his page here and actually I'm going to show you, it's going to cut off my video for just a second. I don't know why it won't let us put the video here on Facebook, but I want to show you. This is his page, Jay Bernard. He actually was talking about the ribbon cutting coming up. We have a Tractor Supply that's opening here on the south side, which is exciting because most new businesses like this go on the north side of Pueblo. And the south side, which is my location, is where they're going to open this one. So it is exciting that we're getting this sort of, because we have like Big R in a couple different areas of Pueblo. This sort of business is coming to the south side is exciting. So they're doing a ribbon cutting Saturday, November 29th. And I mean, he's just very helpful. He shows the plans, he shows the shopping center, the blueprints, I mean, just all of it, pictures of the updates. So this is a really great resource. And I've really enjoyed, following along on his page. He does a great job. It's a lot to keep up with of, who's doing what in the area and what's going on. And he's just done a great job. So we were on his page, we looked at the ribbon cutting. So that's an example of something he'll post. Another thing that he had posted on here is that he will actually do weather updates as well. He says he's been trained with Skywarn Weather spotter for the National Weather Service here in Pueblo since 2019. So you will see him post like, hey, there's a cell that's coming up over Pueblo. Because sometimes we have sporadic cells that just pop up and it's just Colorado. Wait 5 minutes, it'll change. So he'll update us of that. And then I was going down his page to just see another project update here. So they're actually supposed to be doing a new quick trip travel center that he was talking about. He followed Dutch Brothers for a long time. I'm a huge fan of Dutch Brothers coffee. Love it. If you're local here and you've watched me on my stories or anything, that's my jam. We have divorced Starbucks for Dutch Brothers, but he followed that project for a long time. Dutch Brothers is actually supposed to be in Pueblo somewhere around the COVID era, like 2020. And it took a long time for them to make up their minds. Are they coming? Are they not coming? Oh, we have setbacks. So we don't have setbacks. Oh, we're going to get started and we're going to wait a few months. And so he was on it and he was always updating like, yeah, they're supposed to be starting. It should be open by this time. Ironically, he just covered the opening on the south side. And then they said they were opening one on 13th Street. He was able to get that confirmed and it's going to open next week. It only took him a couple months to build that one. Don't know why it took 5 years to build the first one. And we only did the second one in a couple months, but it's kind of cool. We have a different, we've always supported local, obviously. Smaller communities like to do that, but if you're like me, you like the occasional sprinkled in chain here and there for reasons like I used to live in Denver, so we had more chains up there, and Dutch Brothers was my go-to, and so I really enjoy having one, and it's actually right around the corner from my house, which is exciting. So he'll post weather updates, and I just want to, some of the projects that he's talking about, I'm going to tell you about that, and I'm going to show you on the map where those are coming up. So one of the things that he said was Fuel and Iron Food Hall. This is something that we're going to cover in a video here soon. They're basically a food hall that's very trendy. It feels very loft style in there with the cement floors, the open ceilings. You can see the ductwork and it's all done trendy, but they have quite a few restaurants in there. And one of our locally owned restaurants called the Black Swan Restaurant is moving into the food hall. So this is Jane's Black Swan Cafe. And here we go. Don't know if anybody else has heard the rumor, but the rumor's true. They're going to move. So see, Pueblo we're known for rumors here. I'm just saying it does happen. So they're going to be moving into Fuel and Iron Food Hall, which is on one of our buildings off of, I believe it's Union. I always get those streets mixed up. Union, Main Street. It's kind of all down in downtown. And even after all the years that I've lived here, I still, off the top of my head, will mix up. I am pretty sure it's Union. So Fuel and Iron Food Hall, again, has tons of different restaurants inside. They've got a bar area. So it's a lot of, it's a good place to go mix, mingle. And so this is an example of one of his posts. He'll post a project update so you know what it is. He'll kind of tell you what's going on, give you some proof that what he's saying is true. Or he'll flat out say, I don't know if this is really coming or not, but this is just something that they're talking about is coming. So that is one. It is Union because there is a bridge that goes over here. And then this little eatery right here, Fuel and Iron Food Hall. So that is where the new Black Swan is going to go in relative to where's that at in bigger picture of Pueblo. It's downtown. It's by the Riverwalk. So you've got the Riverwalk here, as you can see, all that water. Got the History Museum, the Courtyard by Marriott, which is one of our larger kind of event spaces. So we have lots of activity there. Usually they'll run out the event spaces for different conferences and things like that, people that come out of town. So you're going to cross over the actual river here. These are bridges. And then once you hit right down here, because I zoomed out, so the little food thing is not there, but this is a different one. It's going to be right in this area. So that's where Fuel and Iron is. And it's really downtown. So centralized to Pueblo. This is, the center, as you can see, the center of Pueblo right here. So the south side of Pueblo is, back over in this area, and then the north side's over here. The east side, lower east side, we've got the county out here. We've got Pueblo West off to, I think it's actually up here on the map, but just to kind of give you a big picture of where that's going to be located is right here by the Riverwalk. So lots of options inside the Fuel and Iron Hall. And then something else he was talking about that's coming, well, the Tractor Supply you saw is opening here soon on the south side. So Fuel and Iron's down here by the Riverwalk. Tractor Supply is opening up right here back by El Camino, which is the property that we just filmed in recently. So super close by to where I'm actually located, which is on the south side of Pueblo. So that's kind of exciting because like I said, we like the chains to be sprinkled in occasionally, right? So it is a nice little change there. Let's see. So there's a rumor that Saltgrass Steakhouse is going to happen, and they're saying that it's going to happen in Pueblo, maybe up in the north side by Pueblo Crossing somewhere. Let me zoom in so you can see the shops, and it shows you right here, Pueblo Crossing. So there's a Petco, a Best Buy, Guitar Center, Kohl's, Chili's is over there. This is kind of an up and coming more recent in the last 10 years or so built this area for shopping. It could even be, I mean, time is flying. Maybe it was a little longer than 10 years ago, but I feel like it was in the last 10 years. So this was kind of this newer up and coming area where they put all the bigger Kohl's, Petco, things like that, Best Buy. And so they've been trying to build that out. There's an Ulta, Sephora. It used to have Bed Bath & Beyond, but since Bed Bath & Beyond is closed, that's not there anymore. But they're saying that there's a potential of this salt grass, as you can see here. They're saying that that might actually be something that is coming to that location. So we'll see. But he did say it's a rumor, so we don't know. But that would be on that side of town. Fire Pit Steakhouse is one that's rumored to be coming to, actually he said is coming soon, so I don't think it's a rumor. He said is coming soon to the old mall area, which is the north side right here. So right here, we're going to have a new Fire Pit Steakhouse. So that's coming. Lots of steakhouses. We only ever used to have Texas Roadhouse, the one that I worked at when I was a kid. So it's kind of cool. So then he talks more about, I mean, I just want to give you guys some perspective, right, of things. First of all, he's a great resource to have. We have a metropolitan update. So when he updates us about metropolitan stuff, it looks like this. And he's able to talk about the different, interchanges that are going on. Back in 2012, when they did the one here at I-25 and Highway 50, he was able to keep people kind of abreast of all the changes there. But there's one that's happening right now in Belmont. They're actually updating all of that. And so let me see, this is kind of cool that he includes this, Pueblo Boulevard and US 50. Let me show you what that looks like here, or where that's happening. So 50 and 25, you can see the Diamond Project. It's right here. So there's one there, there's one there. We actually have a new one happening as we speak. I want to say it's going to be a minute before they're done with it, but it's actually happening going out to Belmont, which is this area right here. So I believe this is the current map. So there's another Highway 50. There's Highway 50 West and there's Highway 50 East. So Highway 50 East is the one that is going out to Belmont. There's lots of, as you can see, Wendy's, McDonald's. I believe there's a big R that's not showing up here, but there's like a little Caesars. There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts out there. But they're working right now on this interchange. They actually have the loop right here that goes south 25. That is closed currently. So you can get off and go on 50 East, but you cannot take 50 East and go, unless you're going north. You can go north, but they don't have this open to go south on 25. So that's a huge project. That's something that he's been keeping everybody in the loop about. So that's happening, which is really going to help with just the flow of traffic. And, Pueblo set us up for growth because we are growing. So there's that. And then he was talking about Longhorn Steakhouse is confirmed. He does know that that's coming. So we have a Longhorn coming. There is a Northside Starbucks location that he talks about. So he actually covered this one. This is already done. This was a while ago. And he just kind of talks about how he's been able to track these things over the years. So, and it's kind of cool because they'll even show you some of the old photos. I mean, this one's from back in 2020 of the projects that he's covered. But this is the north side. We're actually already right here. Even says north side. So he covered like the Starbucks that are over there that they used to be inside of a shopping center, and they still are, but they've just basically took their interior, you have to like walk up and enter inside. They didn't have a drive-through or anything like that. They built their own building in the same parking lot, and now there's a Chick-fil-A there as well. So north side really kind of starts here where you see this cemetery, Mineral Palace Park. That's actually a park. There's a city swimming pool there that has like slides. In Mineral Palace Park is where they do a lot of vendor shows. So mostly food type, what they call farmers market. Like that's the kind of vendors. Lots of food trucks and things like that in the summer will happen here in Mineral Palace Park. But if you go over here, this is where the Starbucks is that I was just talking about in the Chick-fil-A Albertsons parking lot. You've got quite a bit here too. There's a Crumble Cookie. There's a Dickie's Pit Barbecue. Those types of chains. Pueblo's really well known for our local food though too, so we do try and support local a lot, but it's one of those things where when you get a bigger something moving into town, it's like, oh, we're getting like a Dutch Brothers, or we're talking about getting Buc-ee's. So they're actually trying to propose to Buc-ee's right now, because Buc-ee's actually wanted to go north of Coral Springs. which right now the closest Buc-ee's we have, if you know Buc-ee's is a huge gas station in Texas that originated in Texas. It has since grown, and I love it. I think it's I think it's a Disneyland for adults personally. But the closest one we have is way up here, north of Denver. We're talking in this area. It's in between like the Loveland, Fort Collins area. So it's pretty far north. It's like 2.5 hours from Pueblo. So that's the closest one. They were proposing one to be done in, so Palmer Lake is going to be north of Springs right here. And they wanted one to be done here. So that would be probably an hour and a half. So we're getting closer to Pueblo. Palmer Lake's not excited about that. They really don't like that at all, actually. They're like, we don't really want this large thing because they're a small town. And so it would really bring a lot of disruption to the area, is what the local residents there are saying. And so you have all this land here in Pueblo, especially between Pueblo and Colorado Springs. This whole stretch of 25 is just land. So we're like, bring it here. We could use it. We could totally use it. Be a great attraction. So, because it is an attraction, not just a gas station. People travel to see a Buc-ee's. Like, they travel to go to a gas station. It's really funny. But it happens. My friend actually traveled down from Canada and went to one in the South. So, yeah, it's real. It does happen. We just have Jay's page here. Also, another project that's happening right now. It's kind of a big story. There we are. We have an old building here. There's a Circle K development project happening. And the old building, there used to be an inbound, outbound call center here called Convergys. Very popular. Most people, I feel like at some point, even if it was for 2 weeks, worked at Convergys. When I was younger, I worked at Convergys for like 2 years or something, but it was a big building. And so I'm going to show you. So it's right here on Orman. Yeah, they don't have it labeled anymore. It's this big section right here, this building. So they're actually talking about completely demolishing that building, which is going to be weird because it's been there since I was a kid, but it's, again, this is the changes. These are the things that we're talking about in Pueblo. As you can see, you see all the houses. Look at this area, how packed full of land plots, right? So like, this is a very mature, we'll call it. I don't like to say old because I think that can be a negative connotation, but it is a mature area. So over here, where this is, right across from Bessemer Park, they're going to knock this down, and they're actually going to do a giant Circle K development plan. So that is supposed to be, it was approved by City Council. It's supposed to be in the works here soon. So that's something we're going to see. That's a big change. Another thing they're talking about doing is the dog track. So we used to have a Greyhound dog track here in Pueblo on the south side. Just to give you an idea of, just give you a big picture of what's going on here, what you can look forward to. So over here, probably not, it's been abandoned for quite some time. And I'm trying to remember exactly where it's at. I haven't been to the dog park in forever. I think it's right here. Yeah, so it's in this area. There used to be an old dog track back here. I am geographically challenged when it comes to a map. Make fun of me all day you want. It's so funny. Like, as soon as I zoom in on something, I have to like, wait, where did this go? Anyway, so it is back in this area here by these. It's literally, I'm just surprised it's not labeled. It's like right here. So they're going to finally get rid of the old dog track. It's been abandoned forever. It's kind of an eyesore, honestly. So they're going to get rid of that to make room for a new project. So that is a project that's up and coming. There's going to be cottages being built at Park West, which is out in Pueblo West. So he talks about that. I would recommend going and following him because honestly, we could be here all day covering his page, but I did want to give you, a good insight as to some things coming. And he does give a lot of updates along the way. So you might see what looks like redundant posting, but it's actually him saying, okay, this is where we're at now in this project. I got some more information. So he's great. Like I said, he's a book of knowledge when it comes to what's going on locally. He'll also do posts like this one, which I really, really appreciate. He's talking about getting a second Dunkin's location on Pueblo Boulevard. So he's really good about, he'll show you the map. He'll show you, it's going into this center. So Lake Minnequaw Park, there's Pueblo Boulevard. That's kind of actually over by the area that I just showed you here on the south side. Yeah, so that was the area that we're kind of in right here. He was talking about there's going to be, we did get a Circle K actually over there. So I don't know if that's been updated, but they're proposing a Dunkin' Donuts. We have a tire center back there. There's a Starbucks that's getting ready to open. Culver's is right there. So Starbucks finally put up their sign. That building's been built forever. We don't really know what happened to it. It's kind of interesting. Notice there's construction equipment, solar security cameras. So they're talking, he just gives you all the details. Oh, here you go. Here's the Starbucks. Great information there. So basically the moral of the story here, and what I wanted to show you guys, is there's a lot of growth going on in Pueblo. There's a lot of things turning over. Things that have been a staple here, like the dog track or the Convergence building that we just talked about, are finally being turned over for new and fresh. And it's going to change those neighborhoods. It's going to change the feel. It's going to change, just the area in general, the feel of it, the who's moving there, what else could be possible out there. So the Yellowstone Park, I think we've talked about that too. Or not Yellowstone, I always say Yellowstone. Jellystone, Yogi Bear. That is supposed to be somewhere along 78 here. I don't think they have a specific location pinpointed just yet. It was approved, it's moving forward, but that's kind of all we know at this point. And again, that's something that Jay has covered. So in this area back here, it's going to be somewhere back here, which is great. Again, that creates just more growth for Pueblo. It's going to have, a reason for people to stop here and stay here if they're coming from the south, because there's actually one up north, I believe. That might be the park that's in Larkspur. I'm honestly not sure. I know it's an RV park that's got a water park. It's got places to set up your RV, your camper. It's got little cabins. That's what the Jellystone Park is going to be. Same thing, glamping and camping with a water park. So we're supposed to get something like that. We're proposing a Buc-ee's come into town. We're saying, hey, utilize all this room up here and come to Pueblo. So there's just so much going on in Pueblo. And what's really interesting is it's really kind of happened here in the last, I'd say, year. I mean, I moved back several years ago, and Pueblo was, it was new. There were some new things for sure. There was new restaurants. I was in Castle Rock. I was just up the road here in Colorado. But when I moved back to Pueblo, there was some change. But this is like, things are really starting to get shaken up now. We're starting to build a lot more. There's projects that are being, done. I feel like every week something new is popping up or said to be happening, or, whatever. So they're even building, which is really interesting, a road. Let me see if I can zoom in without losing my spot here. I'm good at that. So we're going to go up here. This is Pueblo Boulevard, right here. Okay. So this is Pueblo Boulevard. One of your main veins goes north and south. And up here, just before 50, right around this 24th Street, they are actually, so what's interesting, let me see if I can, here's Pueblo West out here, perspective. Okay. So here's 24th Street. This is Pueblo West. This, which we've covered before, is Liberty Point, which is a lookout center for it overlooks the reservoir, as you can see right here. That's the reservoir. So you can park up high and it overlooks the reservoir. It overlooks Pueblo. You can literally stand out because there's peaks out there, as you can see, little things where you can walk out and you can turn anywhere and see all of Pueblo. So it is a really cool overlook. It's actually even nice if you want to take your lunch out there and just have a quiet place to eat lunch or something, but it's in Pueblo West. The thing is, you used to only be able to get to Pueblo West by either cutting through the reservoir, which if you didn't have a state parks pass was a really big pain, right? Because you had to worry about paying to just to get through. You don't have to do that anymore. You can go up to 50, but now they are developing a road right here. It's not on the map yet. I'm kind of shocked because Google usually updates a lot more recently. They probably have a Earth image, but dare I try and figure out how to show you Earth, and we'll be here all day trying to figure out how to get back to this. So we're just not going to do that. So anyways, there is a road being trudged right now. There's a new correctional facility going up out here. They're about halfway done with it, maybe a little bit more, but this is going to be a road that you will be able to intersect. Essentially, it's going to come out right where Linden is, and then you can intersect Purcell. So you don't have to go through the reservoir anymore. You can cut through right here. You can still go up to Highway 50, obviously. And if you have a parks pass, because it's built in, that's one of the things about Colorado. Colorado actually offers you to have your state park pass. So if you want to have any of the state parks in Colorado, they offer you, I think it's $28. It might have, I want to say 28's coming up, $28 to have it added on to your registration for the year for your license plates. And then you just show your registration when you're going through the park. But it used to be that you had to get an $80 sticker, and then you could get additional stickers that were discounted. And it was kind of a thing. It was like this big thing. They don't have that anymore. So now I'm sorry, they do have that, but most people don't do that anymore because they can get the thing just attached to their registration for $28 for the year. They're not paying $80 to $90 for a sticker. Some do, but you don't have to because it's just something that Colorado offers. So having said that, a lot of people do have parks passes to get through the reservoir now, but it's not as necessary in terms of getting to Pueblo West because they're going to have this road done, I think this next year, I think is when it's slated to be done. Don't quote me. This is again where Jay would come in very handy. This Jay Bernard would come in very handy because again, he's on it, and he's on it to the extreme of, this is only a rumor, but this is what's being talked about happening, which is exciting. It kind of keeps you in the loop of like, ooh, this is potential. Ooh, this is possibility, opportunity. So yeah, I'm just looking here to see if there's anything else we want to specifically mention at this time, but I would highly suggest just going to follow him on his page. He really, like I said, he posts a wealth of knowledge on here. And he also has just some random funny stuff too. He's talking about potential where they could build. So like he has a post here about Love's Travel Center. They could actually build at the 24th Street and Pueblo Boulevard location if they wanted to open up another one because there's been talk about it. So, you know, he's just on it. He knows what's going on with the city. That's kind of what he does. And so I do follow him to help keep you guys up to date as well of new things happening. Oh, November 5th. See, I missed this one. A new Southside Chipotle Mexican Grill location is now under construction. Didn't know that. So there's a project update. So Southside, this is the last thing that we'll say here. We cover the Southside a lot. I feel like it's, you know, it's pretty popular place for people to live. So we do end up covering it a lot. Okay, so yeah, this section here, the South Side, it is somewhere where a lot of people, you know, it's kind of one of the first parts of Pueblo. So there are a lot of people that tend to move to this side of town. But what he's saying is there's a Chipotle coming up over here on the South Side. He doesn't say where specifically, but again, great reason to go follow him because you will get that update. So yes, going up over here is a Chipotle somewhere on the South Side because this right here is the South Side. So I hope this has been helpful for you because, again, we want to provide resources on this channel. We want to be able to give you different places to look. Obviously, I'm going to give you as much information as I can. We're going to be doing a lot of home tours, a lot of pricing, information and tours and things like that. So if you need other resources to follow along with based off what project is coming up, what can we look forward to, what's really going on behind the scenes outside of housing, he is a great resource. So again, let me just show you his page here. I'm going to get to the top. We've kind of scrolled down a little bit. So this is what his page looks like. His name is Jay Bernard, in parentheses Blake, and he's local to Pueblo here. And again, great resource to follow. I would go follow him. And yeah, I hope this has been helpful for you guys today. I wanted to do a little twist on the map. We always cover the map and just kind of show you the different areas that we're, recently recording or walking through. But I wanted to just say like, okay, well, these projects are coming up and this is where it's going to be, so that hopefully gives you a little bit of a visual. So again, remember, if you're looking, we could talk today. So again, if you are looking to make a move in the next 10 days, could be 100 days from now, be sure to grab our contact information from the description box below. Reach out to us anytime. We'd be happy to connect. And in the meantime, maybe we'll see you around.